Equations. What is the difference between an algebraic expression and an algebraic equation? Equation. An equation has a left side, a right side and equals sign separating the sides. Equations can be solved. Expression. An expression shows a math relationship. One key to an expression is that there is no solution. Example. 7 plus x. This is an expression because there are no sides and no equals sign. Now let's take a look at an example of equation. 7 equals 4x. This is an equation because it has a left side, a right side, and an equals sign separating the sides. What is equation? Equations are statements that say that two quantities are equal. For example, 4 plus 6 equals 10. This equation includes only numbers. Algebraic equations such as 6 plus x equals 14. This equation includes one variable. 3 basic types of equations. 1. Linear equation in one variable. 2. Linear equation in two variables. 3. A quadratic equation in one variable. What is a linear equation? Linear equations are equations of degree 1, the variable is exponent of 1. For example, 2x minus 4 equals 7. X divided by 10 equals 5. How to solve a linear equation? Solving a linear equation is a process of undoing operations that have been applied to the variable to create the equation. Our goal is to isolate the variable on one side of the equal sign. Remember, whatever you do to an equation, do the same thing to both sides of that equation. Let's apply these three ideas. Look at this example. You begin by getting y by itself. To do this, undo the operation of subtracting 4 by adding 4 to the variable. Then add 4 to the other side of the equation to keep the equation balanced. The solution is y equals 14. You want to isolate the variable of x. In order to do this, you must undo what was done to the variable x. Since x was multiplied by 7, use the inverse of multiplication and divide x by 7. To keep the equation in balance, you will need to divide the other side by 7. The solution is x equals 2. What is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2. It can be written in the following standard form. A, x to the power of 0. Plus bx plus c equals 0. A, b, c are real numbers. How to solve quadratic equations? There are two basic methods for solving quadratic equations. 1. Factoring method. 2. Quadratic formula method. Not all quadratic equations can be solved by factoring method. How to solve quadratic equations by factoring method? Some quadratic equations can be solved easily by factoring. To solve such quadratic equations, the following procedure can be followed. Example. Solve 16x squared minus 25 equals 0. To solve the equation, factor the quadratic expression. Set each factor to 0. Solve each resulting equation. Next example. Solve x squared minus 5x minus 14 equals 0. To solve the equation, factor the quadratic expression. Set each factor to 0. Solve each resulting equation.
Created using Powtoon.